Yeah. Put my AirPods in. Oh. So you're saying it was raining the whole time you were there? Like it was cloudy the whole time you were there?
Almost. Yeah,
Sucks.
almost. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. I could never live in like Seattle or
Oh,
somewhere
dude.
where it's just raining all the time.
Me neither, dude.
Heck no.
There's a lot of problems that come with like living in a place like that. Seriously though, like people,
Yeah.
there's like a lot of evidence people are like super depressed
hmm
in those areas, and just the lack of vitamin D from the sunlight, from the lack of
hmm
sunlight.
Oh, dude, you're
So,
you're you're all over that lack of vitamin D,
oh,
man.
dude, I'm all over that, bro. I'm a I'm a believer, dude.
I was talking to my parents about that, and my mom was like, "Yeah, like, weren't you telling me, Joseph, about like vitamin D?" And I was like, "No, like Zach told me about that." And she's like, "Oh yeah, I think I heard it on the pod. I heard him say it on the podcast."
Really?
Yeah, she like started taking it. I mean, she's been on the vitamin grind for a while, but that was
That's
funny.
funny. That's funny. I
Well,
actually haven't been taking it, but yeah, I need to.
hey, Florida, you don't need to, man.
Yeah, true. I don't remember talking about it on the podcast though. That's funny.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember talking about a lot of stuff that we've talked about on the podcast, though.
True.
To be fair.
True.
So how's it been over there, man?
It's been good, dude. This last week was a whirlwind.
Yeah, same.
Just
What did you like?
oh,
Just Christmas and everything.
yeah, Christmas. Um, yeah. So, uh, gosh, where do I even start? So Sunday night, like like a week ago after we filmed, I went down and we did Christmas cookies. So we had like everyone was over and we were just decorating. So the way we do Christmas cookies, dude, it's like a whole thing. Like we decorate probably, gosh, it's got to be like close. I don't know if it's 100, but it's a lot of cookies. It's like got to be close, dude.
Dang.
It's a lot. And then we'll put them all in our fridge, so we will just have them like for the rest of like Christmas week. Cause yeah, dude, it's not good.
So it's like a cookie massacre.
Oh yeah, dude, it's bad.
Morning
So
cookie, afternoon cookie, night cookie.
yep, yep, dude.
Dude, Nathan would not do well in that environment.
No, he would not. I don't do well in it. So yeah. So we did that, and then I don't even remember what we did like Monday and Tuesday night. Or well, no, Tuesday night was Christmas Eve. Yeah. We did everyone came to our house this year, so we had a big party. And then, dude, have I told you about? Oh, I did tell you about it. That Feed the Kraken game. It's like Secret Hitler, but it's. Did I tell you about that?
No, you didn't.
Dude, it's called Feed the Kraken, and it's. Dude, it's literally like.
That sounds amazing already.
It's like, okay, Secret Hitler, but it's like the next step. It's
what?
yes. So you know how Secret Hitler you have the president and the chancellor,
Mm-hmm.
and you elect the like the chancellor, right? And like so there's two people involved with the decision. Like the president picks up 3 policies, discards one, gives it to the chancellor, right? And then the chancellor discards one and puts one down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in Feed the Kraken, there's the captain, then there's the lieutenant, and then there's the navigator. So there's 3 people involved with the decision making. Okay.
Oh wow.
So the captain picks up 2 cards. And
So this is like a whole separate game. This is not.
it's a whole separate game, but it's like
Okay.
Secret Hitler, but like more advanced.
Wow.
So, dude, if you're like for anyone listening, if you're a person that likes I think it's called deduction based games, Feed the Kraken is like the ultimate. It's like I've never played a game like it, dude. Like it's freaking insane.
What is this the first time you've played it? Like who
Yeah,
found it?
Levi found it. He had to buy it from Germany. It like shipped here from Germany, dude.
What?
Yes.
How did he play it somewhere before that?
I think he was looking up other games like it and just found it, and everyone, like all the reviews say that it's the best deduction game of all time. Like
What?
it's intense, dude. It is freaking intense. So we've been playing a lot of that, dude. Several people have cried. Like, like it's intense, dude.
Like Aaliyah, like your mom, like
I won't say any names, but yeah.
you guys are so mean.
But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So
A lot of late nights doing that.
yeah, dude, a lot of late nights. Yeah, then
It's part of this.
last night we were at the beach. We went to the beach and did like a campfire
Oh,
at
nice.
night. Yeah, it was sick. Just been a lot, just like doing a lot.
Yeah.
It's like doing a lot, but also nothing at the same time. You know?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Like you're doing a lot, but I don't know. Like
It's like draining in a different way.
yeah, yeah. Because you're not like doing any
Hmm.
work, but you're doing
You're
but you're like
you're doing some work.
yeah. Your
You're
body's putting in
expending
work,
energy.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just tough to like. It's just tough to. I know we were talking about routine last time. It's just kind of tough to get in a routine, and then, you stay up late, and then you stay up late a few nights, and then like you're kind of playing catch up the whole. You end up playing catch up the whole week.
Yes.
It's just tough.
Yeah. It's crazy, dude, because I feel like I'm at the point where I'm finally starting to feel the like, and I know this is gonna sound like super stupid because I'm like still pretty young, but I'm starting to feel the difference
Mm.
of like the consequences of the lack of
Mhm.
sleep. Like
More than you've ever before.
yes, like I like being in college at SAGU, I remember like, dude, to stay up late doing a paper or like playing video games and like getting up the next day to do stuff. Like it sucked, but I could do it,
Yeah.
you know?
hmm
But like now I just feel like now I now when I do it a lot, I can like the consequences just feel much more drastic. Like it just maybe not like I can still do it, but it's more of a tax.
Yeah. Yes,
Like
it is. That's a good way to describe it. Like it's
yeah.
more taxing.
Yeah.
There's a higher price to pay,
Yes,
as
dude,
they
like
say.
I'm feeling that like I
It's
know
that
like
post
I'm not even
25.
yeah, post 25. It is I can still do it, but it is different. It is different for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, man, you guys stay up. Y'all are
Dude.
just y'all are just built different. No mercy, man,
I know,
with the
dude.
Sobleskis.
Yeah. Just gotta just take advantage of every single second, dude. You got to,
You have to.
like,
You have to.
not a second is wasted.
I feel like it's been it's almost like, you're used to going for like maybe a week or two, and now you're there for like almost 4. And so it's like they're almost still in that mentality of we got to just get it all in.
I know, yeah.
It's
I
like,
know.
wait, I'm here for longer. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, nope, still got to get it all in.
The first couple weeks was nice
Yeah.
because everyone was still working,
hmm
and that was like I was like still on like a pretty good routine.
Yeah.
So, and not to say that the other weeks haven't been nice, but
Sure.
it was just yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, dude.
So you were saying you guys did cookies, and then you played the game for a little while.
Yeah.
Then you had Christmas.
Yeah. And then and then yeah, we played the game some more. Like it was like
Got to keep
every
that Kraken fed.
almost every night that well, pretty much every time we go over to my older brother's house,
Yeah.
that's like when we play. And so we've been
Ah.
there like 3 times this week. So, yeah.
Oh, brutal.
But yeah, it was fun. Bro, my dad got this thing for uh dang, I don't know if we should talk about this on the pod. We can cut this out if we need to.
Okay.
But my dad got this thing for my mom called Strike Man. Okay? And
Bro, I got one of those
no way. You got one?
for Christmas. I got
No
one.
way, dude, with like your
The
phone
Target?
and- dude.
The Target. You're talking about the
How
Target?
sick is it? Like, dude, have you tried it yet?
Yes, I haven't like got the hang of it at all.
Oh,
But
really?
I've done a round or two.
Okay. Okay, we weren't I don't know, like I knew that because my dad got it from my mom, right? And so like when she first opened it, I don't know, like it was super cool, whatever, but it just wasn't like anything
Sure.
crazy. But dude, like we busted it out and we are just kind of just messing around with it. It's you've been to our house, so you know like where the kitchen
Yeah.
table is in the
Uh-huh.
back against that wall with the sliding glass door or whatever. We had
Yeah.
the Target in there, and so me and me and Levi like you can use multiple weapons at the same time.
Okay.
So my mom had like a 380, and I'm using my Sig, and and so me and Levi were like practicing like clearing the living room. So
Oh my
we would like
gosh.
start off like way back, whatever. We turn off all the lights, and dude, that target, if the laser hits it at all, like it'll pick it up. Like
Really?
yeah, so we're like firing at it all the way back from like our front door, like close to our front door, and
Huh.
like if it hits the target, it registers. So it was just fun, dude. We spent like we were like going at it for like 2 hours straight, dude. Just it's
Yeah,
so
I
funny.
mean it's literally on my desk. Like I've been meaning to like dig into it more. I think there's like game modes you can play too.
Yeah, yeah,
So your dad got like two of those different little lasers for
yeah.
it?
He got
Okay,
he got the
cool.
one for a 380, and then he had a 9mm cartridge.
Mm,
You can get them for almost anything.
really?
Yeah, yeah. But I thought, I mean, it's such a great idea because
Yeah.
you can practice like handling like a firearm basically
Mhm.
without having to go and spend freaking how much
Dude.
money on ammo, you know? So
Yeah,
especially for
that.
somebody new that's never handled one,
Mhm.
it's like
Yes.
perfect because
There's like no way you can hurt anybody.
exactly, yeah, exactly.
It's true. Yeah, now that
Yeah.
you say that, I think I thought mine was kind of messing up because it would like register something and when I didn't shoot it. And
Oh,
I
really?
think yeah, it was really odd. So I got to like mess with it a little bit more to see like why it was doing that. But it could have just been that the laser was like accidentally on and like whenever I just waved it at the target before I started like to be ready, I think it like registered a few hits.
Hmm.
It was weird. They were like phantom shots.
That is weird. But
But
yeah,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
pumped about that thing.
we were going at that thing, dude. It was funny, dude.
I'm seeing it in my head right now. You guys just clearing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, dude, it's good to practice those things, dude, because
Yeah.
it's like I've never practiced doing that, you know? So to be able to do
Yeah.
it in your home without
Mhm.
having
To
to
actually
actually
go through
use
the
ammunition, yeah.
yeah. I mean, actually
Like,
go through the motions of what you would actually be doing with
yeah,
ammunition
yeah,
is huge.
yeah,
Those reps are potentially life-saving.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude. How was your Christmas though? It was good.
It was
Like
awesome.
Christmas Day.
Yeah. Christmas Day was great. We spent it with my wife's dad and stepmom this time, which I think is the first time we've done that. And so that was cool. And we played a bunch of board games too. Gosh, bro, I have been dying to see Gladiator 2. And like I just keep trying to get people to go with me. Like we were trying to go Christmas Day, Christmas night.
Yeah.
And there just weren't enough seats, like good seats available. And then we were gonna try to go the next day, but like the schedules just kept not working out. And I was like, oh my god, I would have loved to go see it on Christmas night. That would have been amazing.
That would be sick.
I
Dang,
heard it's pretty
so
good.
you still haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, so I know Nathan said it was worth a watch.
Yeah.
But I talked to Mitchell, like I hung out with him a couple weeks ago, and he was saying it was like terrible.
Really?
Yeah, he said it was like awful.
Everyone
So-
I've heard says it's been pretty good.
I don't know.
I'd be
I
down
would-
to go see it when you
I
get
would,
back.
I would definitely be down to see it still,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've heard like a lot of mixed reviews. I don't really know what to expect, honestly. But
Yeah, I guess
I-
it depends if you're like a purist or if you're just looking for entertainment.
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. But who knows?
But yeah, it was solid. I got some like new seat covers from Alexis. I got dude, I literally get stopped at almost every gas station now when I stop at places. And
Really?
people being like, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea that the community of Lexus and Land Cruiser people are like they're like in not just that, but like people that know them. Because like before, I never really knew about that. It's one
Yeah.
of those things where like when you're looking for a gray truck, and then you're in the market for one, all of a sudden you see gray trucks everywhere, right?
Yes.
And it's like
yeah,
you saw all of a sudden you're like talking to people about certain types of vehicles.
for sure. Yeah.
That's how it's been. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh that's a Lexus, oh that's one, oh that's one, and but like people for whatever reason, dude, they just like it like especially older guys. It's so funny, dude. Oh my gosh, like I had an older guy just like he was pumping his gas on the other side of me, and he literally walks around and he was just like, dude, this thing is sick. Like it looked like a little kid on Christmas morning. He was just like, man, I want one of these so bad. Maybe one day. And I was just like, yeah, man, it's really cool. And he was just like, he was like in awe. He was just like, it was wild,
that's
dude. Like
so
I've never, like I have not had this kind of experience. Like I had my truck that I had, the 2003 Ram. It was like had some aftermarket stuff on it.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
had like that diesel engine in it. It was like standard. Like every once in a while, someone would be like, "Oh, that's a cool truck, man," or something. Like every once in a while. But this dude, it's like almost every other guy. It's like every other gas station. I'll like either see someone look over and be like literally point at me, or someone will like come up to me and say something. It's
That's
crazy.
actually crazy.
Yeah, I had no idea that they were that popular at all.
I didn't know that either, dude. Yeah.
I had no idea. Like I knew that there's a few people that go to our church that really like them a lot, but I just didn't know that they were that big of a deal. So that's been really cool. And then I got a few other things that I've just been kind of working on it and kind of making it my own and buying parts and stuff. And so
Yeah.
that's been really fun.
That's dope. Yeah, I gotta figure out a new flag situation for my truck, dude.
I knew what?
Flag situation.
Oh. Yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
No, but how was it with Sadie? How was it with the dog?
Dude, she's great. She's great.
Really?
I think my next, so she's super good in the car. She loves my parents' dog, who also happens to be named Sadie. And so
Oh,
we call
yeah,
him
yeah.
Big Sadie. We call him Big Sadie and Little Sadie. And I mean, I wasn't like sure if she was gonna remember them. It only been like a month since we come for Thanksgiving, but uh, I was like, it was great. Like she just like immediately remembered them, and I mean, do they just like as soon as they see each other, they just like take off and they start playing. They will play like non-stop. It's crazy. So that's been really cool. I definitely I've been wanting that for a long time, of like a vehicle that I really enjoy, one that I can like really invest in, uh,
Yeah.
and then like a dog that I really love, and so that's been kind of something that I've wanted for a long time, and so that's been really cool, really fulfilling.
Yeah.
And I think my next thing is probably gonna be trying to like take her more places, like take her when I come over to the batch house, or like take her when I go to the store or something, because she's
Yeah.
still like kind of anxious, like out and about a little
Mhm.
bit, and so she's really just not quite, ready for that. And so that's kind of my next thing, is to introduce her to more of the world, because I want to be able to take her around places like that. I think she's still just like getting used to everything, but
Yeah,
uh,
for sure.
she definitely likes riding in the car. That's for sure. So that's a good thing.
That's good.
Yeah. But dude, I know it was honestly, it's kind of exhausting doing all that driving and going all those places. But I think that I just had this. I've known for the past probably like 2 months that there's been a lot of stuff just in my life that I know we're gonna kind of like land around Christmas, and
Yeah.
I was kind of waiting for a lot of things to land in like my personal life, business life, all sorts of stuff, and just to kind of see like what's this year gonna look like. And
Mhm.
I was kind of talking to Nathan, and I just like, dude, I just genuinely have no idea. I have like no idea what this year is gonna look like.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm like trying to get my parents to come down and uh, like sort of semi transition into retirement this next year or
Mhm.
two. And like I think they're gonna get an RV and like a nice truck and kind of maybe go that route. And I think they're gonna try to rent out their house
Hmm.
and kind of like free them up a little bit. It's sort of like it's gonna be kind of like a semi-retirement sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what that looks like really, but we were just like able to talk about that. We've been talking about it for a while.
Yeah.
And then one thing that was really on my heart was to honestly do like a video with them. Like I really wanted to just sit them down and be like, hey, like talk to the camera, and I'll guide you with questions, sort of like interview them almost,
Yeah.
and kind of really make like a home documentary of them, a home podcast of just my parents.
Mhm.
And because I really wish that like my grandparents, I never knew my grandpa on my dad's side, and my grandma on my dad's side had Alzheimer's, so I never really got to know her. And then my grandpa on my mom's side died when I was like 10, and he was super cool. He was an officer, like a colonel in the Green Berets, the Special Forces,
Mhm.
and was just an insane dude. Has a crazy story. Grew up in poverty, like made his way out. Like was an early investor in Dell, and like made a ton of money with like stock at Dell. Just
Yeah,
wild,
yeah.
dude. And my grandma, I would say my mom's side, I knew the best for sure. And then she eventually passed away. Like while I was she passed away when I was at Sagu. But I was always like on my mom's side, I was like one of the youngest in the cousin group. And both my parents are like either the youngest or second youngest in their family. And so they also got married a little bit later, had us, right? So it's
Mhm.
like I didn't really get a lot of time with my grandparents. And so I wish, especially because my grandma lived in Austin. And so like I'd always wish that I had something to just be able to like I always loved watching home videos of them or whatever. I always
Yeah.
wish that there was something more that I could just hear about their story, especially as I got older. And I realized I was like, oh my gosh, well, why don't I just take a video of my parents, like a podcast, and just ask them about their life, ask them
Yeah.
about how they met and things that I know, but I'm certain there's things going to come out that I didn't know, little like nuggets here and there and funny stories. So that when I have kids and, if something happens, God forbid, to them, or I don't know, I don't know, like I want to just capture their story just in case.
Yeah.
And that had kind of been on my mind for like 2 years, honestly. And so I brought myself on Thanksgiving. It just didn't work out. And so this time I was like, I'm going to do this no matter what. And so we like sat down this morning before church, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be like maybe 45 minutes. Dude, they went for like 2 hours.
No way.
Yeah, and like ended up missing church because like they just got really into it, and I got really into it, and they just started sharing about all these different things and how they met, and like, both my parents kind of have like wild, they had like wild 20s sort of like, or like really young upbringings when they were just, different world type thing, and they really both kind of had a pretty radical transformation. Like right as they met each other, sort of, or right before they met each other.
Yeah.
And then they kind of stuck to it. They've just really been consistent. They've stayed in one place. And I don't know, it was just really important to me that I did that. And so it felt really good to be able to drive home today, sort of like having like, haha, like I captured it.
Yeah.
And like no matter what happens, I have like a memory captured that I can have for myself, for my family, for my future kids, future grandkids and great grandkids of them will be able to watch this and, hear firsthand sort of the lessons that my parents learned, and like the reason that they decided to follow Jesus, the reason they decided to marry each other. And it just was really important to me. And so I was really proud of myself that I just got it done.
Yeah.
Honestly, the person who made me start thinking about that was when we interviewed Val.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking about, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, dang, dude.
It's such a great idea. And yeah, dude, literally this, like while I was down here, I was thinking about like, what it would be cool to just see like how much she would charge to do it like for my grandparents. Because that stuff is important, dude. Like, I mean, it just sucks. Like when you're a kid and your grandparents have all this lore, but
Dude,
you just don't know anything about it, So to be able to like, it's such a gift to be able to show that to them. That's like something that I feel like not many people ever have, Especially since you're filming them now, like what, your parents are in your 50s,
Mm-hmm.
And so when you have kids and your parents are like, in their 70s, 80s, then it would be like, how cool that'd be for them to see your parents, and they're still like pretty young, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All the things. Yeah. That's what's been going in my head for a while. I'm like, man, I just would hate to have missed an opportunity to do this. And it's just one of those things that it doesn't really seem that urgent, but it's important.
Yeah.
And so it's really hard to just sit down and do it because you're like, well, like they're right here.
Yeah.
And then it's like all it takes is one thing to happen. You're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I do more, all this stuff? And so it's like, let's just get it done.
Yeah. It's especially important if you don't live close to your parents or to your family, because if you think about it, like if you see your family, let's say like, even like once a year, right? And they probably only have like maybe 30, 40 years left to, as for like an average
average lifespan.
Yeah. Then if you only see them once a year, that's like you literally only have 40 times like you're gonna see them like for the
Yeah.
rest of your life, which is like that's like that's a little extreme, but still like when you put it in that perspective, it's like holy crap.
Yeah, man, it's weird. Oh, also we went and got pizza at the place that I had my first job in
Oh,
high school.
really?
Yeah, it's a Polio's Pizza Cafe, and that freaking took me down memory lane, dude. Oh my gosh, like I think I worked there from like 2016 to 2018.
You were there for 2 years?
Yeah,
Dang, dude.
yeah, I was there. Yeah, by the end of it, I could do like I could do anything there and like pretty much run the place by myself if I had to. Um, so
That's
yeah, that
crazy.
was really cool. It was like a little bit of everything. You didn't really wait tables, but you bus tables. But you also like you could check up on people if you wanted to, but you know they took their order at the counter, and then you
Yeah.
brought them their food, right? And so it's like, but there's also a lot of takeouts, but it's also like pretty high quality food. It's not like it's sort of like a mix between like a really nice sit down restaurant and like a Little Caesars or like a
Okay.
CC's.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's literally like the middle of those. Like it's high quality food, but yeah. Anyway,
Hmm.
so it's funny. Like I think when I started working there, I was like maybe 150 pounds, and I guess I would have been a freshman or sophomore, and by the end of it, I think I had gained like 10 or 15 pounds. I think yeah, but like it was muscle because I'd been in athletics,
Yeah.
but like I hadn't been able to gain any weight. And so like I needed, you know, to be able to clock in and then, well, I'm hungry, so I guess I guess I'll just get like a freaking meatball parm. Or like I guess I'll
Yeah.
just get like a medium pizza and just eat that real quick. And then if there's a pizza left over, it's like, well, I guess I'll just take that home. And so it was really fun, like especially at first because there was a lot of people from Austin College working there, and they were really cool. So I got to hang out with them, and they were
Mm.
pretty
Yeah.
chill. And then kind of went downhill
Yeah.
from there,
Okay.
but it taught me so much, dude. I was just in there like, wow. I remember trying to start like little side hustles while working at this job, and it was like the first time I actually had money to buy courses and like I used that money to finally put together a wardrobe that I could actually dress the way I wanted to. And there's just like so much that happened because of that job. I remember like just getting my first paycheck and being like, whoa, this is freaking sick. And then also realizing, okay, you know, seeing how my later managers were in their 30s and 40s. And I was like, okay, I don't want to end up there. Nothing that
Yeah.
there's anything
Dude.
wrong with that. I don't want to end up there. So like, what do I need to do to not end up there?
Yeah.
Again, like there's nothing wrong with that at all. It just that wasn't for me, not the career path that I wanted. And so while I had the opportunity and the chance to, I was like, dang, I got to work pretty hard. Like I remember there were sometimes I think like during prom, my junior year or maybe my sophomore year, I was working and like I just would pick up shifts whenever I could. Um, so it was just so odd going back there. I was like, whoa.
I bet. That's always how I feel when when we go back to SAGU, dude. It's the strangest feeling
Mm-hmm.
because it's like it
Mm-hmm.
was such a big. It was like that time of those times of your life are just like so ingrained into you. So then when you go back, it's like you feel almost out of place, not doing what you would have been doing when you were there. It's like when I go back to SAGU,
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's so weird walking on this campus and not being a student because that's like all I know from this
Yeah.
campus.
Yeah.
And like now I'm just
Like not
here
having your
and like,
backpack on.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm not just walking back to my dorm. I'm, to go chill in the hall or like, like I don't have to wake up
Yeah.
tomorrow for I don't know, freaking
Chapel.
class. Yeah, chapel, dude. Or like even just like going to the calf, dude. Like,
Yeah.
gosh,
Uh,
crazy.
there's just like such a weird energy there. Like you can kind of just like feel yourself where you were during the time that you were there, and it's just such an
Yeah,
odd thing. Like there's got to be some kind of, I don't know. There's got to be something to that kind of nostalgia.
dude. You know what else kind of like has that effect for me
Hmm.
is whenever I go down my all of my liked songs on Spotify.
Oh yeah, that'll do it, dude.
Dude, right?
That'll do it.
Like, there's times I'll just be scrolling down, just like trying to find a song to listen to, and then
Just ripping it, dude.
yeah,
Just
because like
going down.
for music you go through like these little mini seasons where like you
Hmm.
listen to a certain song, like you that just like hits, and you listen to it like all the time, and like so when you go and you see that song, you're like, dang, like I remember that
I
time, like
can't believe I let you get away.
yeah, dude, like when I hear that song, I'm gonna like I don't know, a year from now, 2 years from now, like
Yeah,
I'm gonna think of
you
the
guys
Texas
visiting.
trip, like the freaking like
Yeah,
this time, like it's just funny.
I agree. Yeah, I don't really go back in my liked songs that much, but I go back in my my playlists, and that because I'm very linear with my playlist. Like as soon as I get
Yeah,
to the point where my playlist is kind of like fizzing out, and it takes me forever to get to the bottom.
yeah,
Like I'll just be like, I'm gonna start a
yeah,
new one.
yeah. I definitely need to do some clean. Yeah, I barely even like listen to my playlist. It's just I just hit my liked songs, dude, and hit shuffle and see what comes up.
Really?
Most times, yeah. When I listen, yeah,
Dang. Hmm.
yeah, but yeah, dude. I am excited to get back. I'm like a page in. I'm only a page in on my paper.
But I
I
mean,
have
that's
no,
like
I have no clue how long it's gonna be, but yeah,
I mean, starting the writing portion, that's a big milestone.
it is. Yeah,
Do
that's so true, dude.
you have a
And
title yet?
it's the story of Jacob you've never heard.
Oh, shoot. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that already.
Yeah, yeah, I'm pumped about it, dude. It's just so good. It's so freaking good.
Do you know like when you're planning on coming back?
Dude, I think it's gonna be I think I would like to stay one more weekend. So if I can, I think I'm gonna come back next Monday.
Mm.
So because there's like there's still like quite a bit of friends I haven't gotten to see yet, just because we've all been so busy. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, and honestly, it
What's
depends on like I just want to get like the cheapest flight on like the cheapest day. So usually Mondays are pretty cheap,
true?
um, or even
What's today?
Tuesdays. But
It's 29th.
yeah.
Huh.
Well, shit, this week's gonna be crazy too because it's New Year's. So
Of course.
the
Of
parties
course.
are not over yet. And this weekend is another UFC night. So my parents really want me to be here for that.
Dang.
Yeah.
They're pretty into UFC, huh?
Oh they do they go to B Dubs every time. So
Nice.
yeah. But for the last fight, it was like we didn't go to B Dubs. We had it at the house.
Uh-huh.
We did it kind of like how we do it, and so now they like really want me to go to B Dubs with them. So, which I've gone to B. Oh yeah, we've gone to B Dubs
Yeah, we've gone
before.
before.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, I like it. It's
Yeah,
fun.
but
So yeah,
yeah,
that'll be probably I don't know, today's the 29th, so 30th, 31st, That would be like the 5th, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be like the 5th or 6th, because I think Sunday might be the 5th.
Mm.
I could be wrong. I have no clue.
Nice. Nice.
Because Wednesday is New Year's Day, correct?
Yeah, it's the
Or is
6th.
that
Monday is the 6th.
okay? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But dude, okay, I gotta tell you this, dude. This is
Okay.
this is like something I found out through my research in the Jacob and Esau story. I had no
Okay.
clue. I had no clue about this. It's crazy. So Jacob and Esau, right? In the story, it talks about like right in the beginning when it talks about Esau and how he was born with red hair, like he and like super hairy or whatever. And then
Yeah.
when he eats the stew, they specifically call it like a red stew, and that's how they got the name. They got the name Edom. Okay, like I
Well,
can I can read it so it'll make more sense. Let me pull it up really quick. Uh, it's like a small detail when it says when Esau eats the stew. Yeah, it says, okay, once when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country, famished. He said to Jacob, quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm famished. And then in parentheses it says that is why he was also called Edom. Because I think Edom stands for red. Or is like another word for red, okay? So then you have all throughout history you have the Edomites.
yeah.
Okay? And and like all throughout the Bible, they're like one of the main nations that they're always in conflict with, which is a confirmation of the prophecy that Isaac received, or I guess that Rebecca received when she went to God and was like, why are the babies struggling in my womb? And he's like, God answers saying, there are two nations in your womb, and like one will serve the other, right? So all throughout the Bible, like the Old Testament, the Edomites are there, and like they're always in conflict, like they're always like going to war with the Israelites. And then when I think when the Babylonians come and destroy Judah, like the Edomites actually helped them destroy Judah,
Whoa.
which is crazy, dude. Okay, so then after the Babylonians, it was the Persians, right? The Persians took over. And after the Persians, it was the Greeks. Okay? And then after the
Okay.
Greeks, it was the Romans, right? So
Right.
we talked about this before, the Hasmonean period where like it was like the Jewish revolt, right? When like the Jews revolted, they kind of gained a little bit of power back. So
Right.
so the Romans actually almost like hired or allowed like the Edomites to like they're like an ally, and like the Edomites literally helped the Romans take back, like fight against those Jews, like the Hasmonean
Wow.
dynasty, and took back power. So get this, dude, literally King Herod the Great, his father was like one of the main guys that helped the Romans defeat the Jews. He was an Edomite. King Herod the Great.
King Herod the
King
Great,
Herod the
like
Great.
King Herod during Jesus' time.
Yes, King Herod the Great that
So
like ordered the decree to kill all
yeah.
the babies, whatever. The King Herod
So his
that
dad.
Was an Edomite.
What?
Yes, dude. And so King Herod was an Edomite.
Shoot,
How
dude.
wild is that, bro? How
That
wild
is
is that?
crazy.
Right? And so just like to put that in perspective, like when King Herod was described, like even though he was an Edomite, he like because he was put in, like because his father and King Herod, like they helped, like, because the Edomites helped the Romans defeat the Jews and like take back that power. The Romans like basically allowed King Herod and them to like rule over that area, right?
Hmm.
And so it was really important for King Herod to keep the emperor happy, which is why, like, even though he was an Edomite, he was like he tried to be really peaceful with the Jews most of the time. That's why he like rebuilt the temple and all that stuff. Okay.
Wow.
But then it's like it makes more sense as to why it was like such a threat when they heard of this King of the Jews, the Messiah, was being born, and why he was so eager in a rush to have all the babies executed to stop that from happening, because his father had literally just defeated like the Jews, like the Hasmonean dynasty. Isn't that crazy, dude?
That just gives so much more context to like the
I never
lineage of the
even knew
Israelites
that,
and of
dude.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I mean either, dude.
I like
That's like
yeah.
you're in deep, dude. You're in the weeds.
But that, yeah, it's just like, it makes so much more sense. Freaking crazy, dude. So then it's like, it's just wild, because as old as that prophecy what is, like, to Rebecca way back thousands of years earlier, like all the way up until the day of Jesus, like the two nations were like in conflict. And then but then ultimately it's still like Jesus that conquers. And ultimately, and just like Jacob and Esau reconciled at the end of the story, now like the Jews and the Edomites and all people are reconciled, you know, like
Through Christ.
through Christ. Yeah.
Jeez.
So crazy, dude.
I'm pumped. I feel like that's just like a trailer. That was like
Oh
a
yeah, that was
trailer
just a
to your
little
paper.
that was a little treat, dude.
Little taste.
But yeah, it's wild though, because after like King Herod died, and like very shortly after Jesus' time, like the Edomites just kind of dissolved. Like there's no trace of them anymore. So
Wow.
it's fascinating. But yeah, when I found that
Dang,
out, I was
man.
like, dude, what kind of rabbit hole is this? It's crazy. Oh shoot, dude. Frick. Freaking camera shut off.
We can wrap up, honestly.
Okay. Yeah. Battery exhausted. Let me just put another one in really quick.
All right.
Alright, there we go.
That's
Well,
wild, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, I
Good stuff.
can't wait. You think you're gonna make any more progress before you come back on your paper?
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to have it done before I come back. So
Oh, dang.
yeah, that's the goal.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So I need to stay on top of that. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for listening to the second telepod, second floor experience episode, and maybe just one more of these, and then we'll resume your regularly scheduled programming. But
That's right.
until then, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and to all a good night. Peace.
Peace out. Rock on.
I want to talk to you. Not now, later. No, now.